Welcome back to Mac Talks Football and its round of 16 in Coppa Italia. We have a couple of games today. We just a couple of games today, and it continues until Thursday. Whereas a lot of exciting fixtures. So let's go ahead and start and make our predictions. The first game, it is an all Italian Serie A fixtures with Bologna versus Monza going at it. Bologna, they are doing really good in Serie A. They are 8th at the moment. Monza not doing that good at the bottom of the table. I think it's going to be a very interesting game, but I think because Bologna are doing so good and they are one of the teams that they're not really expected to win the Serie. I think this is going to be their best chance at winning any silverware, so they're going to go really hard at it. I just don't see Monza causing them that much trouble. If I'm being very honest with you, they are not playing that good football, and Bologna, they are scoring for fun. They won 3-0 over the weekend as well, and I think they are going to continue their good form in this game as well. I think they are going to win it, and they're going to win it convincingly as well. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Bologna. The next game is quite intriguing, to be very honest with you. It's Milan versus Sassuolo. Milan, they are 7th in Serie A, and Sassuolo, they are leading leading the Serie B. So it could be one of those games where Sassuolo, they are going to come to San Siro. They are thinking that they could cause an upset. Milan have not been really that good. If I'm being very honest with you, they are quite inconsistent. You really don't know which Milan is going to turn up. They could either be really good, or they could be horrendous on the day. So it is really hard to predict Milan. But this they are the home side. It is a Serie B team, and again Milan know that they are not really in that title race. If I'm being very honest with you, I just don't see them campaigning for the title. So they know this is like their best opportunity to win any silverware this season. So they are going to really go hard at it. And if I'm being very honest, they have got a favorable draw with a Serie B team coming at their home, and I think they are going to get the job done. Even though it is going to be not pretty, but I still think they are going to get the job done, and they are going to qualify for the next round. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Milan. The next game is Fiorentina versus Empoli. And now this game, in normal circumstances and with the way that Fiorentina are playing, it would have been quite an easy win for them, because Empoli are not doing that good. And as I said, the form that Fiorentina are in, everybody would have said that they are going to win it quite easily. But with what has happened over the weekend, with Eduardo Boa collapsing, being put in an induced coma and all that, I don't know what the mental stage of that the Fiorentina players are is going to be, how they are going to react to the Eduardo himself has told the players that they need to go ahead and they need to play that game, and they don't they don't need to concentrate on him. But you cannot do it. Like, he's your teammate. You just saw him collapse in front of you, and basically everybody thought that God forbid he has died. It was such a horrendous scene to watch, and especially because so many it was such a big game, everybody watching it as well. But thankfully he's all right. He he's responsive, he's talking to everybody. So I think that but still it is going to be very interesting how the Fiorentina players react. Empoli, I think I don't want to say this, but I think this could be their best chance to defeat them, because Fiorentina players are maybe some of them are not going to be mentally ready, not going to be able to perform as well as they would have if that incident doesn't happen. But I still think with the way that they are playing, and maybe because their their teammate is back, a tragedy has not happened, he's safe and sound. Maybe that could rile them up, and they can give out a great performance. And I just I like to think of the positive thing, and I think that is going to happen. And they have too much quality, Fiorentina, in their squad, and the confidence is really high, and I think they are going to win it quite convincingly as well. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Fiorentina. The next one is quite a mouth-watering tie. It is Lazio versus Napoli. Lazio lost over the weekend after about 5 or 6 weeks, so that was quite interesting. It was a shock as well, because nobody really expected them to lose. They are playing against Napoli, the top of the table. It is one of the most interesting ties of a round of 16. Napoli, they are going for the title. They would love to add Coppa Italia to their silverware, the list of their silverware this season. I think it will be very close. It will be very interesting, and I just don't think that we are gonna get a result in the first 90 minutes or in extra time as well. I'm going for a 1-all draw in the 90 minutes, and I'm going for 1-all draw in the extra time as well. And I think Lazio are gonna edge it in the penalties. I think Napoli unfortunately are gonna lose in the penalties. I think it will be very close. I'm going for a 3-2 win in the penalties for Lazio. The next set of games which are not going to be played this weekend, they are going to be played almost about 2 weeks later. It is the first game is Juventus versus Cagliari. Now Juventus, they cannot win any game. Like it every weekend they end up drawing games. It doesn't matter which team they play against, they end up drawing games because they are not able to create that much. I don't know what Mota is doing, and if I'm being very honest with you, I just don't see them winning the Champions League. I just don't see them winning the Serie A, and for them this is the best competition that they can win anything. Like I just don't see them winning any league format. So for them, the Coppa Italia is the best option to win any silverware. They are playing against a Cagliari side who are not doing that good. As I said, it is like about 2 weeks ago. That game is going to be played on 17th of December, so it's quite far. But I'm still going to predict. I just don't see Cagliari doing any. I think it's not going to be a good game of football. I just don't see Juventus scoring that much, and I don't see Cagliari scoring as well. I think we are gonna finish the game 0-0 in full time and extra time, and then we're gonna go to penalties, and somehow Juventus are gonna win it in the penalties. I'm going for a 0-0 draw at the end of extra time, and a 4-2 win for Juventus on penalties. The next game is Atalanta versus Cesena. Atalanta are in dreamland, in wonderland. 8 consecutive wins in Serie A. They destroyed Roma last night, and they are playing against Cesena, Cesena in which are fifth in the Serie B currently. We don't know what position they are going to be. They are at home as well, Atalanta, and with the way that they are playing, I think they're just going to be one more game before they actually just one game before they play this game. And I think it is going to be an easy win. The way they are playing, the confidence that they are in, you just cannot go against them. It doesn't matter which team is, even if it was a Serie A team, I would have still picked Atalanta, but it's a Serie B team. And no offense to Cesena, but I just don't see them troubling Atalanta, especially at home. I think it'll be a very easy win, and I'm going for a 3-0 win for Atalanta. The next one is Roma versus Sampdoria. It is 15th in Serie A versus 12th in Serie B. Both these teams are struggling, let's be very honest with you. Roma, I just don't know what to say about them. They were so bad, especially last night against Atalanta as well. I like it, they are all over the place. Ranieri has been at the club for a week, and he has already lost 3 games. So you just know it is not working out for them. Nothing is going in their way. They would hope that he can change things around, and by the time this game comes up, they are able to perform better. They are playing against the Sampdoria side who themselves are not doing that good, and I expect a win for Roma here, despite Sampdoria not playing that good. I think Roma are gonna win it somehow. I'm going for a very hard fought 2-1 win for Roma. And the last game in this round for round of 16 in Coppa Italia is Inter versus Udinese. Again, this game is going to be played about 2 weeks from now, but I still think it is going to be an easy win for Inter. They are playing really good football, but I'm saying it's going to be an easy win for Inter, but this is a cup competition, and Udinese are a sort of team that can surprise you in cup competitions, and they know that again Udinese, they started the season really good. They were one of the teams who were in those top 8, but they have slipped down the order, and for them Coppa Italia is the only option to have some silverware. But Inzaghi, looking at the table, he knowing how tough it has become to defend its crowd, they are going to fight it out. They are going to really fight it out until the last moment, but at the moment it's looking really tough for them, so they are going to give their all for the Coppa Italia as well, and I think Inter are going to win it quite convincingly as well. In the end, it will be a very close game, but Inter are going to go ahead and win the game. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Inter. And with that, my prediction for round of 16 Coppa Italia are complete. We are going to see 4 of them played until Thursday, and the rest of them are going to come from 16 to 19 December. So we're going to see, and we're going to wait how many of them are true and how many of them are wrong. Let me know what you think of my predictions, and make your predictions in the comment section as below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this month, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.